Hi, and welcome to my channel, T to the Y to the M to the A or A. If you are here for the first time, hello, nice to meet you. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back. Today's video, we are going to talk about 5 ways to stop giving people power over you. This is sound powerful, so if you want to hear this, please stay along.
Tell me, am I dreaming? How the hell you looking so fly? I just got a meeting when I looked at you today. I got problems, baby, and I need you to save me. Yep.
All right, so welcome back. Today we are going to talk about the 5 ways to stop giving people power over you. Well, in order for you to stop giving power over to somebody, you need to first know what power is. Power is the ability to do something or act in a particular way. It's the capacity or ability to direct and influence someone's behavior. So if someone can direct and influence your behavior, that means you gave them your power. So I'm going to tell you how to get your power back. Number 1, don't over-explain yourself. If you are easily influenced by somebody and you find yourself constantly explaining yourself, if they're not your parent or authority or somebody, that type of figure, but they're simply somebody that's a peer, you don't have to explain yourself to nobody. Overly explain it means that that person can intimidate you and coerce you into doing certain things because you're constantly explaining, this is why I did this, and this is why I did it, and this is why I did that, this is, as if you're beneath or below them. Stop overly explaining yourself. You don't have to do that. The second way to stop giving your power over is to stop trying to prove people wrong. If you are sitting there trying to prove somebody wrong, it shows again that they can intimidate you and they have the power over you. You know, and I love giving good examples of this. Let's say, for instance, you're at the bar and you're at a party with a friend. And they're like, hey, this is why I think the sky is blue. And you're saying, no, this is why I think the sky is red. The first thing you could do is just ignore the conversation. That means you hold your own power. They're not intimidating you. They don't make you feel no type of way about yourself. It doesn't matter what they think. You don't care. But if you're sitting there explaining yourself and trying to prove them wrong, this is why it's red, I saw this, I read this, I did that, they could be sitting back smiling and laughing at you because they found a way to get underneath your skin. You don't want people getting underneath your skin. That is a sign to show that they had gained power over you. So next time somebody says, hey, the sky is blue, and you're like, no, it's red, say, okay. How does that sound? Okay. Whatever you say. You could be right. I could be wrong. You maintained your power. The third way to maintain your power is not letting your self-worth be determined by others' opinions. If somebody can easily tell you, once again, we're on this platform. If I'm sitting here on this platform and someone can speak and say, hey, I don't like the way your nails look, and then I go and change my nails. Hey, I don't like the way your hair look, and then I go change my hair. Hey, I don't like your nose, and then I go have surgery to change my nose. That is what's happening today and age with the society that we live in, with the social media influence that's out there. This is a way of giving your power away. If somebody can say something and they could tick at you and make you change what you think about yourself, that means you don't hold the power over yourself. They do. And people will always be dictating what you do in your life. And you came here on your own soul's journey, your own soul purpose to do what you want to do. There's a difference between authority figures and people in prominent positions, teachers or something that's over top of you. But then there's a sense of having your own individuality and having your own brain and thinking for yourself. So someone can say, hey, I don't like the size of your boobs. I don't like the size of your feet. And then you go and change it. That person has power over you. If you decide to change your boobs or change your feet, it should be at your own discretion, but not because somebody said something, especially being in a relationship where somebody can possibly have influence over you. You will wind up losing yourself in the end, because if you and that person break up, you're sitting there looking in the mirror like, who the hell am I? You don't know who you are because you done changed yourself year after year after year from being with this person and going off of their influence instead of doing, hey, what is best for me? What do I want to do for me? I love me. This is what I want. This is the road I'm going on. This is me. And the fourth way to stop giving power over yourself is to simply set healthy boundaries. When you set boundaries, there's nobody to push a button, get underneath your skin, invade your space, because there is a boundary set that, hey, I do not like this thing. Don't cross my boundary. And if you want to cross my boundary, you cannot be in my life, and I'm not going to tolerate this. Setting healthy boundaries, again, allows people not to have power over you. So say, for instance, you were a child, and there's certain things that happen that can trigger you. You don't like somebody snapping at you. Hey, get over here. Hey, don't. I don't like, you don't like somebody snapping at you. And then you come across this person that you're dating, and you set this boundary and say, hey, This is one thing that's a pet peeve of mine. I don't like this. This is what happened when I was a kid. I'm healing from it. I don't like when people snap at me. And this person snaps at you. And you're like, hey, I don't like this. And you gave them a warning. You set this boundary. And they do it again. And then a week later, they're doing it again. It's no longer their fault. It's up to you to set that boundary and say, hey, this is what I would not tolerate. And of course, there are more serious situations than this, but this is just an example. But it is up to you to say, hey, this is something I would not tolerate. You have the free will to choose to be in that relationship, not be in that relationship, to set that boundary and say, hey, I do not like this. And because you keep crossing my boundaries, if you cross the boundary with this, you would cross the boundary with other things. I no longer tolerate this. I don't want to be in this relationship because you have no respect for me. That is you holding the power in that relationship to say, hey, I do not like this. I hold this power. Instead of letting somebody push a button, they're snapping in your face, you snapping back, you are stepping down to a lower level that you're not on. You are being triggered by things that used to trigger you when you was a child, and now you are going back to a place that you came out of, that you healed out of. So you see how all this can spiral down by not holding your own power, but letting other people hold power because they're influencing what you can think and do. You want to hold the power. And the fifth way to stop giving people power over you is to stop overthinking past interactions. So if there is a situation that happened, it passed already. Once again, trauma can happen. It can get the best of us. And I feel so sorry for anybody that has went through trauma and you have not healed from it. I know it's not easy and I sympathize with you. But if you constantly stay in that space of trauma, the trauma holds the power over you. The trauma will hold the power over you. The trauma can take over your future. Something that happened in your past and now you're currently in your present ruminating on something that happened in your past would dictate your future. And I hope you caught that. I'm going to say it again. If something happened in your past and you are currently sitting in your present, it may have happened 10, 15, 20 years ago. You're sitting in your present. You're constantly thinking about it, ruminating on it. It's putting you in that space of trauma again. And it will go into your future. Your present would dictate your future by living in that trauma space. So we have to do creative things, healthy things to try to heal from that trauma, or it's going to dictate your future. And once again, that will hold power over you. So you clicked on this video. You want to know these 5 ways to stop letting people have power over you. That is one of them. You have to let go of certain things that happened in the past and just find ways to heal from it. So this is why we should not overthink it. Don't keep overthinking it. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. And it could be things that are less strenuous. Once again, you didn't set a comment to somebody and you're sitting there ruminating on it, ruminating it. You're not talking to the person currently at this time and you're wondering, did I offend that person? That is giving that person power over you versus simply just asking, hey, did I offend you? Okay, I apologize. But you stand there in that space to say, dang, did I offend them? I wonder if I did. I don't know. Dang, I'm always doing it. You see how that takes away your higher vibration, your happier time, your present moment, because you're ruminating and overthinking of what happened in the past. It passed already. Either do something to fix it or let it go, or it's going to hold power over you. All right, I hope this video was useful and interesting. If you have anything to add to this video, please let me know. And if there's anything you want me to discuss, please let me know. Don't forget to check out TYMARA.com. There are a lot of useful tools on there. If you want to work from home, earn some additional money, learn about investing, just other things. You want to fix your credit, check out TYMARA.com. The link will be listed below. All right, see you in my next video. Bye.